Hey friends, welcome back to another review. May has finally ended and this is all the books that I have worked in. I am so proud of myself that I did 7 books I've attempted to do something in, either partial or complete. So I'm just going to give you a quick review and we can go ahead and definitely see what I've been up to for the month of May. So I have my watercolor Mermaids and Other Creatures pop manga by Camellia D'Erico. This book I like to use watercolor in, and of course I have my post-it pages here, but I just want to say I have come up with a better idea. Rather than just using post-its, I have made several of these, so no sticky residues, nothing like that. So this is my month of May project, my coloring page project, save it, coloring page bookmarker. And these are actually pages that I've colored before. The line work are of course from the books themselves, but the coloring is definitely what we've done. You've seen me do the tutorials, and I've used them to make bookmarkers for my coloring pages, and they are awesome. So I just left my post-it just to show you what I've done. All right, let's get right back into it. So for this one, I have, let's start with this. I have done this. I'll do a little close-up quickly. Can you see the shimmers? This is where I was playing with the shimmer palette that I had have sitting around for many years, like probably 3 years, not knowing what to do with it, and just decided to give it a try, because sometimes it doesn't show up in the coloring pages that you're doing, but this one actually really works. Over a period of time, if you let it dry, you actually see all the shimmers showing up, even in her skin texture, tone there. See? Beautiful. So I've done this, and it is all with gouache, using a wash, basically just playing around with the color palettes, like trying to see what the purple wash would look like, and just being a bit diversified and playing around with this. So I have definitely done some work on this, and I did enjoy doing this one. It was really fun, just to see what the outcome was. Most of my projects are just to see what the outcome would look like. Honestly, it's no rhyme or reason to my coloring, just to see what the outcome of whatever color palette I've chosen. So this I have already chosen to do in a bookmarker. Just wanted you to see that again. My next page in this book is, this is the bookmarker that I've done for the one we just saw. So my next page in this book is this beautiful octopus lady or girl, and of course I did play around with the shimmer. I'm sure it shows up. See, beautiful. So I'm really liking the shimmer palette, and I just think I want to go ahead and keep working with it until it's actually finished. But it really enhanced the look of the page. It looks really good off camera as well, and because sometimes when you're filming stuff it looks good on camera, but when you take it from the camera and you actually look at it, sometimes it's not popping as you would like it. But this one actually is. So the shimmers really work, so I definitely find use for it. All right, that is for this book. My next book, I've tried the Mythical Colour and Discover Deep Blue. I've had this for about a year, and I'm not the greatest with fine details, but I'll be honest, I'm working. This is a work in progress for me to learn to like fine details and small objects. So I guess I love coloring, but I like painting too, and I like doing larger objects because sometimes the patience is not there, I'll be honest, but I'm working on it. No one's perfect. So if you're like me, no one's perfect, okay? So this book, I've started, that's the first page. I'm trying to go page by page. This is actually my line art and my coloring. So I've done this a year or two ago, and I was working on something and I decided to make it into a coloring page. Actually a mermaid, kind of a fantasy, like more like character kind of a cartoony kind of a feature, but that's me. I did this. Back to the coloring page. So this one is still a work in progress, so I have not dismissed it. So I did use the Gouache, and for the outer portion, like the seaweeds and so forth, and the water droplets, but inside the green portion with the blue and the little bit of the smoky cloud, I did with watercolor pencil. So what I'm gonna do when I'm all done, I'll come back to this and do a complete video, or just give you a review, a look of the finished product. So we'll go ahead and activate the watercolor pencils that the green portion is, but this is just still a work in progress, and I'm using the Gouache pencil, the 72 set, to do this one. And that's it for this book. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have one more. This was also a piece that I actually did. I don't think I have filmed this one. This was just testing out my studio pencil and just see what it looked like. I'm not totally in love with it, but it's already colored, so you know, we'll just work with it. It's just the Gouache, the studio brand. I had expected the colors to be more vibrant, but they were not, so I kind of not totally digging it. But as I said, it's pencil, and if you like it, it's okay, no worries. I don't dislike it 100%, but I wish the colors had been a little bit more vibrant. So the studio brand would not be my preferred choice for coloring pencils. Depending, if I want softer tones, then yes, but if I want nice vibrant tones, it's going to be a no for me. Okay, this one I will use my book marker just to mark this page, as it is a work in progress, and that is what your book marker is for. My next book is Kirby's Alien Worlds, the Color Cosmic Kingdom. Now, I like the texture of this book. It feels really, really, really good. Slide these over. The texture is really nice. The cover. Of course, Kirby has millions of tiny pieces, but to every artist, I'll give them kudos, right, for the line art. So this was actually just watercolor that I had left over. When I say watercolor, I mean gouache, because I use gouache more than watercolor. When I'm actually using watercolor, a genuine watercolor palette, I'll let you know, but most often it is gouache. So this is a completed page. I've shown you a first glimpse of this side, and I didn't complete this yet, but this is the full spread that I've done. This is mostly in watercolor pencil. You know me, watercolor pencils and I are not the greatest friends, but I decided to give it a whirl. So I have gone ahead, patiently done this whole spread, mostly in watercolor pencils. So this is 90% watercolor pencil, and then I used my Gouache 72 pack just to do the rocks and also to do the aircraft. And I'm telling you, it was very trying, but very an experience all by itself. But it did turn out well. I could have added some more few touches to here, but I got a little bit tired and did not want to work on it anymore. And also I wanted it to dry and see what it looked like. Because when you're using gouache or watercolor pencil or watercolor, it does not give a true result when you're just finished. You have to let it sit for a while, soak into the paper, and then flatten it out so it have that nice flat surface, as opposed to the water, because this is not watercolor paper. And then let the color set, then you can see what it actually looks like. And this is what it looks like, kind of faded, but I also worked, that's the effect I was trying to go for, like a half moon kind of or kind of a effect where it's darker and lighter based on the spaceship going. I'm trying to tell a story here, but however, it's not terrible, because you know me and watercolor pencil, but I really like how this turned out. To be honest, I do. I'll give you a close-up. And this is watercolor pencil. So if you are a watercolor pencil person, definitely be patient, but go ahead and enjoy what you love most, which medium you love most. So this is the other spread. So now you see my patience has started to develop. I actually did a second spread. This took me a little while, though. I think I've recorded the time, the dates. So I started the 15th of May, and every day I worked on a little piece at a time, and I finished around May 26th. So this is a good little while it took me to get this all done. And I mean, everybody's got to use their time wisely, correct? Yes. So whatever spare time you have, if it's a work in progress like a project, you don't have to rush it through one day. Work at it a little bit at a time, and that will give you the true essence of how you really want to develop your page, as opposed to sitting down one time and do it. It's best to leave it, go away, do something else, and then get right back to it. So this I really appreciate, because I was able to use different colors and think about what I'm doing. So this spread, I use the Gouache 72 pack pencils to do it, as well as I use my my gouache to do the cloud and the skies. And then I also use the Gouache for here. So I'm trying to replicate what the rocks look like and just keep the story continuous. Now this world is very colorful, but it's an alien world, so you know, I played around mostly with the orange tones and trying to bring that out. So I don't want it to look like Earth per se, but it's a fantasy piece, so I played up most of the orange, but I use as much colors as possible. I did not do a color along because it's too long, but I tried to do portions at a time. So on my spaceship, I tried to replicate the other side, the other sheet that I've done, but I really liked how it turned out. And these are pencils. I particularly like this plant here. I like how I actually played up with the blue shades and got it to look like that. So this was one of my favorite pieces for the month of May as well. All right. My other book here is Botanicum. You know, we're still working on Marie Troll's book. Very simple illustrations, but I do really enjoy the cover. As I said, to each artist and illustrator, their style is different, but whatever makes you unique, just keep at it. So I'm trying my very best to be dedicated and go page by page and not skip and go all over and come back. I'm trying to be disciplined to do Marie's book sheet by sheet. So this one, I've done this. This is another bookmarker, so I tell you, I'm doing a whole lot of them. This is actually my artwork, and I have not done anything like this for a while, so I think I might do a few more of these and put them on my Ko-fi page for you guys if you'd like, but let me know. I think this is actually really nice, and this is our bookmarker, of course. Right? So this I've done in May. This was done in April. So I'm using my Gouache again. This book is 90% Gouache. The only thing I've added a little bit for the sky would be my gouache, but majority of this is Gouache pencil. So I'm trying to stick with Gouache for this book. Not saying it's 100% guaranteed, but I'd like to, because you want to use your pencils up. You have so many brands that you just forget. But if I have a specific brand I'm using for a specific book, at least I'm guaranteed that the pencils will be used. So that's my train of thought. All right, so this, I particularly like how the blending of these, I don't want to say tulips, but I think they're tulips, but actually Marie has them listed at the back, right? So you can definitely go ahead and find out what they are. But this flower here, I do like it. And the purple and blue, I played around just thinking about forget-me-nots, but and how they would look if I'm doing those type of little flowers. I forgot the name of it right now, but I'll show you a close-up of how it looks. And this is what I have done so far. So I have done one page in this book for the month of May, and hopefully we'll continue. I don't think I've shown you the April one, but let's have a quick look of the peacock. And I just like the blend in. These colors are very subtle and very soft, but they're still Yugamic pencil. But I just like how they actually worked for the peacock. And this is my May collection. Or Joanna Basford, beautiful. This was given to me as a gift from my little one many years ago, and I still cherish it. This here is actual ink, India ink. I'm gonna try and do some work with my India ink. They have been sitting down for ages, and I just wanted to see if this book would actually hold the India ink quite well, which it seems as if it does. Do you see that shimmer, that awesome vibrant shimmer? So I was playing around to see if it actually blends well and how it actually would show up. So I have it here with the silver and the leaf green, and I just, these are literally my tester sheets. This bled through, but this is what I did for me too. I added that. However, my project was working on these. Still playing around with color blending, so not wanting to say that this would be my tester or experiment book, but I do like to explore a little bit and see what I can come up with different mediums. So I worked on these little flowers. A lot of times we don't use dark colors like black, but I wanted to see what it would look like if I added to some flower and just play around with those. So I came up with that. Just if I have other bigger projects, I know what would blend well. So I just had worked on this for the month of May. And I think I have actually completed this side of the spread. So now this is a complete spread, but I don't think I did it in May. I think I did it in April, but a little bit at a time. However, I'm going to show you this picture here. I do like that flower, the way it's actually blended. So softer on the edges, but a little bit deeper inside. Adding some green and some silver to it. So I'm showing you all of these not because I want to show you what I have accomplished for the month of May, but just to show you techniques that I've used, and if you would like to be inspired or get some inspiration from it as well, to see what you can do on your own or in your coloring projects. So that's it for Marie. Excuse me. So sorry for the glare. So my steampunk fairies and baby dragons, or dragon. This book has been my like my pop book that I'm working on. I haven't worked a lot in it, just a few pages. Hoping to continue and to do lots more work in it, but I figured if I do at least one spread every month, it's worth than just having it sit there. That's how I like to work it. If it's too long sitting down, I'll pull it out and work on it at least one or two spread if I can. This is also another bookmarker that I have. This is my personal illustration. And as I mentioned, a little bit more fantasy cartoony. That's kind of my style, I think. So I've also had this done into a bookmarker. And I had this done as well too. I'll pull this up. I just wanted to experiment with browns and just to see how it would pop with the green. These are all markers. These are my Adaxi 168. 168 comes in the pack, and the only thing is remember that it bleeds through, so just cover the page behind so you don't make a bleed through like I have right here. I'm very sad about it because I really wanted to color this fairy. So don't make this mistake, okay? Because you will lose a sheet. But this was what I've done. I think I have done this one in April. But this one I'm definitely sure it must be May. So just playing on my greens and my brown and working it. And I like staining textures with my markers. It reminds me of watercolor. So that's what I was going for in the wings and so forth. I think it turned out pretty okay. Then my last but not least, I don't know, this keeps showing up all the time. I need to try and buff it out. And I do not look. This is my Mythical Creature, cute Mythical Creature coloring book. And of course, my wonderful bookmarker that I made. See, these are very handy, as I say, a go-to, no stains, no post-it residue, nothing like that. This is what I've already made them, put them on Ko-fi. So check my page out, you can download it. The only thing, I don't sell the line work because they're not mine. What I do is just ask you if you would contribute toward my content because I have to color them and, you know, just see if I could get some more coloring medium or just the whole support of actually using my time to get it done. So that is what I'm asking for a contribution to, if you would like. If not, then that's okay. You know, I'm still here and I still love coloring and I'm still going to show it to you. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so you know it's just, I'm just loving this book. To the illustrator, I'll say kudos. I hope this is your original line art because they're just awesome, right? Just really, really nice. I like this book a lot. The creatures are really cute. But the one that I have done for the month of May is this beautiful butterfly. Looks like a little puppy. I don't know if it's a puppy. I'm just saying it looks like a butterfly puppy. But the main idea when I was playing around using, this is my markers as well. I'm using my Adaxi 168 markers for this. So in this book, it's typically just markers. This is my marker book. And I've blended up with this is more like a peach pink. Trying to work it in with purple and lavender and the cooler side shades of purple, and just to see how it would look, adding some textures to it, and I think it looks marvelous. Sometimes the colors look weird when I'm adding them onto the page, but when I'm done, it just really, really pops. So that's how I experiment with my marker colors. And I'm trying not to be afraid to add to my page, like add it to it. Because sometimes you're like, I'm not even sure. I don't even test them before I do. I just start applying because I want to be fearless and prove myself as a great colorist to myself, that I can use any color and make it look wonderful. Yes, that's my challenge for myself. I can use any color and make it look wonderful. It looks good no matter the project. I hope I'm that great, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for this one, it actually worked. So I'm very grateful that it looks really good. If you think so, just send me a note. Looks good. If not, just say work on it. But that's the whole idea. That's why we do color alongs, or we do just quick experiments and exploring. But I tell you, this is one of my favorite, my cute creatures, and I'm so happy that I am able to do all these fun coloring, not because I'm bored, but because I just really enjoy coloring and wanted to share some inspiration with yourself and also inspire me to learn to illustrate and to add color. And one of my main goals in my artistic life is to actually do a graphic novel or something to that effect, where I can apply my illustration and my coloring style. I'm not that good, but I would definitely start simple and small just to see what I can accomplish. That's one of my goals. So, but I will still keep coloring it, and I still love coloring. All right, guys, is it for me? I'm a bit tongue-tied. So that's it for the month of May, and I hope you were inspired. Most of all, please do not forget to download the bookmarkers, and you can also make them into your own, or you can copy the project if you want, but please do not sell other people's line art, okay? Because that is not cool, and I would encourage you not to. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and catch you for the month of June.